Okay,
Oh, there it is.
I was
There it is.
muted while I was putting on headphones. Guys in the chat, has that fixed the echo?
Oh, they have. Okay, it's fixed. It's mostly us. It's our side. When I tested the live stream setup, I was actually using headphones. The idiot that I am, I did not actually, run through. I'm running test code on production. All right, but without further ado, we should go back to the app.
Yeah. So if someone wants to, just because I held the mic as long as I have, if someone would like to run through character selection process.
Okay. Maybe how about Joe and I? We can talk about like what like so. Obviously, there's a search bar where you can type up names, and actually, there are some criteria that we can search through. See, like Chinese, it will actually come up with if it's in the character description.
Oh, nice.
We have Mao,
Didn't
and
know that.
we will make like the search actually more robust. Robust. That's in the development roadmap, in the product roadmap. But without testing that first, let's just go back to the categories that we have right now. Again, like this, the UI UX will be kind of like tuned down the road. Like this is for the beta. We will probably like have tagging and semantic search and other ways to do this. But right now we have like all categories where you can just search everyone. Obviously, activists, artists, astronauts, athletes, entertainment, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. The ones that I really love is like obviously our bread and butter, our creme de la creme. It's historical figures that we would see alphabetically listed, and the
And
button is here.
historical figures are kind of the catch-all miscellanea for when it didn't fit any of the other organically grown categories. And let it be known that these categories, as they currently are were indeed very organically grown. Just a matter of taste. Going, you know what? I'm going to add some astronauts. And so as we continue down this road, adding new characters, the we're going to try to we'll endeavor to make the category lists more sensible, fine grained, and also be adding down the road some subcategories as well to make it easier. Say that you wish to talk to a scientist, but you're specifically interested in the physicists, for instance. So we're going to make the character selection via categories more robust as we continue to add characters.
And as the MC, I will add in 2 points. First point being we do have like we'll discuss that feature in a bit, but there's a suggestion there for character request, which we will demo as well, where we welcome your suggestions. But as well as that, the other part that people might have missed, there is a scroll button here that we can scroll through to select the
It's
characters.
easy to miss. I will say it kind of blends in with like that little area right there.
Hint, hint.
It
Yeah.
Something to be fixed. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I think if the bar took up the whole height as just a skinny rectangle on either side, that might be more evident. So yeah. Um, Note to self,
note to self, and well, now in we have a video recording in perpetuity, so
right?
you'll forever be reminded. All right, I think we all are all in love of what you might call it, like fictional characters too. So,
Quite right.
since should we just dive right into conflict dinner right now and just see our favorite characters?
I think so. Um,
I like.
Death is always fun. You know,
Oh,
that's
Death sounds
always
good. I'd like Aladdin to be in
a
there.
word.
Big fan of that guy.
Cthulhu,
All right, one by
Cthulhu and
one.
Baba Yaga.
Baba
Yeah,
Yaga.
Cthulhu and Baba Yaga are
Oh,
also extraordinarily knowledgeable characters, being eternal as they are.
oh, and I thought Cthulhu would be like, okay, we death. Should we pick one more fictional, and should we pick like a real person too?
Wait, did we say Cthulhu
Yeah,
from
Cthulhu.
South Park?
Not just dude. Like he's not from. He's way older than that.
We're gonna open a
The
whole
ancient one take
subthread
offense to
about
that.
Cthulhu.
All right, hey,
Okay,
we
my
need to
bad.
bleep out that part because we do not want to be mentioning other properties. Just kidding. No, free speech. All right. I think like David's favorites actually this person, Mr. Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I quite like anyone from the Hundred Acre Wood. They're fine philosophers and definitely lighten the mode. It's extraordinarily fun to talk with, mix up actual philosophers of old and throw in some Hundred Acre Wood characters and toss in death to like kind of spar with Nietzsche. These are sort of the playful ways that I like to engage.
Okay, I mean, well, we have a all-star roster for fictional characters. Next time we'll throw in some. Or should we throw in Nishi right now? Let's just do that. Nishi. Sorry, I never learned how to pronounce it and or spell his name. Okay, there we go.
I think it's
Nietszsche.
No, I mean I got him. So, all right, let's finalize the list and dive right in.
I believe it's worth mentioning real quick that that the limit is not it's not a functional limit. We limit to 6 characters per conversation just to avoid an extraordinary wall of text, and we find that to be kind of the fine-tuned higher end of how many characters are still a good healthy amount while not just overwhelming the user. So there's no functional restriction. We could easily pump in 50 characters.
I'm gonna say that's a human brain
that's
functional limit rather than a technical functional. Like,
right,
yeah.
right. Cognitive load.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in. Like, how should we name ourselves? Like, we are the collective. We are that.
Sure, we could be like Board Collective or something.
We are.
Or I'm sorry, that's another property that we couldn't.
Oh right. Oh, oops. All right. We'll go with that then.
We are
Perfect.
Legion.
I wonder if they will get the reference. There's a one Trickstar, Master of Lamb and Illusion. Oh wow, dude! Like, look at the name of the butler, dude. Cosmo.
That's a new one, I feel like.
Yeah, the butler name is generated on the fly each time to be something that's over the top, ridiculous, pretentious, or just entertaining.
I thought he was actually like Cosmo against, like, you know, the ancient one, the Cthulhu and Death, to kind of be Cosmo.
It certainly works here.
All right, we have Baba Yaga, Witch of it. All right, so how Cosmo, Schredenkoff's August is now assembled. Host, the table awaits your first topic. Do not keep such illustrious company in suspense. All right, all right. Again, maybe I'll pick on Alex. How do you think we'll proceed on choose your own adventure?
Oh, let's see. I think the goal should be to set the Cheshire Cat against death. So let's see if we can manipulate that.
Cat has 9 lives. All right, 9.
Oh, right, 9 lives.
See,
I love it. I
know
thought you were going like German 9. Cat has no
9.
life.
Oh, God.
How true. Okay. All right. He's actually like Cheshire Cat is actually trying to argue against, like, he actually has like 9, so, or something like that. But that what does that say? 9 lives, 9 deaths each. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they're not quite against each other yet. So how shall we nudge
It's going
them
to take
that
some
way?
coaxing. They're still being polite at the dinner party.
Okay.
I think you should just call out death with respects to these 9 lives and challenge
You're
Death
like-
to see if he could take him out during the course of the
Yeah.
dinner party.
Death, why does he have life at all? Tell us that.
Yeah, I think this is perhaps news to Death.
I want to use some colorful word to describe how inadequate life is, or death is, but you know.
Why does the feline persist?
Tenacious. It's like, oh, reminds me of that the recent season of Love, Death, and Robots.
Right on.
Yeah, do not mistake impotence. I do not take. I wait. Yes, Oh, all right, he's not taking the bait though. I don't know, man.
No, but Baba Yaga is getting a little aggressive.
Baba Yaga and Death, they are pretty likely to spar because Baba Yaga, is eternal. So can Death take out Baba Yaga? Is it even possible?
I think Baba Yaga's after the Cheshire Cat.
Mm. And so this ridiculous, of course, just illustrating that there's no formula for what you do with any of this. It's just choose to converse with it however you please. I, I've used it just about every. I've used it for sensitive personal matters to help with programming and help with physics. There's a great multitude of use cases.
And as I have shared myself too, like my favorite is actually I'm writing the, if I may be so hubris, to writing the AI Federalist papers, and I'm having Hamilton read them. So I'm force feeding him to read it. So he cannot say no, obviously. So
Yeah, and there should be, an additional platform for you, Donald. Post them on the website blog, should you choose to. I quite enjoy your Federalist papers. I think they're quite entertaining and well written,
we
and good point.
we still have to spat about like yours. Like I need this sidebar right now because like I think our take on like AI and cognition, and we diverse in our take, but like that's a topic for the next live chat.
Yeah. The differences are much more interesting than the overlap, but there's significant overlap as well.
Well, that's a good point. All right, I think we demo quite a bit. Like, oh, I think Def is like, they are sparring a little bit now. Which?
Oh god. I like that.
I'm glad we.
Which?
I never actually like. Here's my like. All right, when I first met you guys, I was playing out with like conflict dinner too, like that scenario. But like, I kind of got down to on my side. I never tried to like, thank you for the. See, that's why we're a group, right? And now I know I can engage them in a way that and turn them against each other. So.
All right, that's where it gets really entertaining, and then things can get so out of hand that eventually the butler might have to step in and try to calm things down, or you might have to intervene if it gets too ugly.
I don't know. Is it kosher if I use some like colorful words here, or should we try that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, colorful words. There we go. Oh, me what you will. All right.
Trend is assured as
Those
is
are
yours.
titles of power.
I was hoping like Butler would jump in and like call me out as like a bad host or something. That's kind of why tongue of fire. A tongue of fire. All right. I think we demoed that quite a bit. Why don't we just switch gear a little bit? Unless like anything Alex want to point out as well, Joe.
I think conflict dinner is my new favorite scenario, especially with death in there. I haven't used death a lot, so like that guy's the man.
well,
I love his dark humor. I'm a dark humor guy, so I love that.
I was hoping like Cthulhu could step up his game a little bit. I'm a little bit disappointed in him. So.
Oh, Mitch, I had my readers down and I couldn't read that you said hi. Hey, Mitch. Mitch has stepped in and helped along the course where it was when we were initially prototyping in the early days and for a good while thereafter, and he's been quite helpful in tuning things and getting the right balance. So I appreciate you joining, Mitch.
All right, everyone go. Thanks, Mitch.
It's Miash,
Thanks,
not
Mitch.
Mitch.
Meow. All right. Cool. I think with that said too, like since we're already talking about like helping us out and all that, I think we can talk about some of like things about our development philosophy too. Like I think, and the roadmap. Like now that we have like 3 modes available, Let me X that out. Like again, pointing them out where they are. Roundtable conflict center. Obviously, we have quite a bit grayed out coming soon. But more than that, like we actually have more characters that's mentioned, and um, how we actually go to the market, for lack of a better word, just extending beyond our conversation, beyond talking about the modes here available. So
Right.
I want to step into like a second portion. Oh, actually, before all that, since we hit the half-hour mark, or actually 40-minute mark now, we completely missed the half-hour mark. We should do another quick self-intro again. I've been the MC for tonight. I'm Donald, the product guy. I met all these guys at South by, and I've been I've been kind of spiritually with you guys since then. So, and then officially on more official capacity for the more recent month, years, whatever. So that's me, and then I'll go.
And a hell of a job.
And oh, thank you for that. Why don't I go in a different direction this time for our first one? I will let Mr. David Hamater introduce himself first.
All right. I am CTO and president, and I started this thing with Joe. We mutually jumped in, co-founded this project, about a year ago
Yeah, about
now?
a little over a year actually. Yeah.
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 And so we've been hard at work. This has kind of been a passion of mine. When we first started, I had a notion of something that I wanted to explore, and always wanted to build something just like this, and here we are.
And
So
hold on
it's
to
been
that thought too. Hold on to that thought, because like that's my next question with you and Joe, and maybe with Alex too. With that, well, I guess okay. Well, and further on to the East Coast team, then Mr. Alex Rothman.
Sure. I've been involved probably for about 6 months now. And yeah, David and I go way back. We're old friends. And we've worked together for a long time.
Yeah, we got to be going on in excess of easily in excess of 16, 17 years, I would think.
I wasn't born that long ago. I don't know.
Yeah, that's frightening to think of.
Oh, Joe
But yeah, and I'm a software developer by trade, and so I stepped in and helped writing a little bit of code with this project, but honestly, not much to speak of if we compare to the incredible corpus of work that David has put in.
And we can,
Over a year's time.
we can all
no
drink
less.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be shy, Alex. You also the bang up job of like Alex orchestrated everything for the feedback and user metrics system that we have in place now.
This is vodka, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to give a quick shout out
I got whiskey.
that I see. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my sister who has joined. Hello. It's nice
Hi,
to see you
David,
on
sis.
there. I figured that you would want to come in and give me hell. So thanks for
Can
doing
I,
it.
should I read her? Should I read her username? I'm not sure if I could read her username on air.
Yeah.
It's okay. The chat can see it.
I think she's missing an S at the end. It should be a verb, right?
Oh dear, that's my sister you're talking about.
All right. With that said, before I let Joe introduce himself, like I think I forgot to touch on the topic. Hey, since it passed 1 year, we forgot to have the birthday cake and candle and all that stuff. But well, I'll let Joe talk about that too. Like, hey, buy us like a birthday cake.
I mean, honestly, we should do like a little retreat with all of us there and go have some fun amongst ourselves somewhere fun. But yeah.
But with
anyway,
cake.
You
I
went
need
from the
cake.
Discord
Cake?
channel with it, right?
Key.
All right. Joe,
yeah.
you introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. Okay, yeah, I'm Joe. David and I, we started this project about a year ago. It's been quite a ride. So I'm a project manager by trade. So I've tried to project manage whatever I can, but what many of you might find out or know about startups is that's like basically impossible. So like you kind of just have to iterate where you can and figure it out along the way. But David's been great to work with, and we actually met 6 years ago we go way back too. 6 years ago, in South Carolina, and we both were like, "Yo, I'm into AI." He said the same thing, and ever since then we just connected. We've kept in touch since then. We've texted, called each other, and I guess a little over a year ago we decided to start this project, and it's been a learning experience. It's been great so far.
That's
Yeah.
I've learned a lot.
I don't always make your job easy, Joe. I'll fess up
I
to
don't
that.
make your job easy either. I mean, catch me at the wrong time.
It's just
You
like
never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Right.
dude, it's just like a humility
That's what
contest.
steers the ship, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are like contesting for like who's the most humble here. So. All right.
No, but also I have to say David's an incredible developer, extremely talented beyond many, I would imagine. I'm not an expert, but he's incredibly good at what he does. All of you guys are incredibly good at what you do, just working with you for the past few weeks. So, yeah, we got an all-star team here, for sure.
The past few weeks to get us through this crunch to launch beta, I think that was a fun sprint. All right. With that said, though, like I think Joe, you touched on quite a good thing, like because like I think we really like, especially for our first live cast, we really should talk about like why you guys built all this.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, David and I, we had a conversation a little over probably a year and a half ago. We didn't incorporate until about a year ago.
Right.
We just started talking about different AI use cases, and we touched on surveillance. We were both against that. David first was adamantly against that. We talked about sports. What else did we talk about?
Joe, David.
Robotics, maybe. We talked
about a number of different angles that we could get into initially in AI, and like I admit that I rather strong-armed something that I was very passionate about.
David, you were gung-ho about the history, and I was like, well, shit, I'm down. I mean, I'm not opposed. Not opposed.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like we're all watching pieces of history be whitewashed. I think it's incredibly important to have archival data of like how these people actually thought, warts and all, which is incredibly important when learning about aspects of history. These things, it's not unlike how when we as individuals remember aspects of our younger days, but we can't help but to project our current notions and directions onto them. This tends to happen to history in ways that can really off track and really give a misleading understanding of from whence everything came. Right, so it's incredibly important to preserve the character's authenticity to a great extent. I take a lot of pride in pushing that as much as I can, as well as keeping heroes alive, right? Like one of the other reasons is because I have just a plethora of heroes. I think it's healthy. But a number of my heroes are indeed fictional. Never meet your heroes. This is one way to ensure that happens.
Well, you built something that I personally appreciate very much, and like you touch on a topic that I personally, you know, it's very near dear to my heart, like how you cannot even have a common ground if we cannot share like a common history, common bond, and common facts, right? So I think it's very important we are on a very good mission to preserve all that, right, Joe?
Wait, what? Sorry.
History.
Yeah.
Oh, he's monitoring chat. That's why.
I was looking at chat. Sorry, I was like, interesting. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
Liz was saying like that's a brilliant idea to preserve history, basically. Yeah, David.
Yeah, thank you very much, Liz.
I could be
Liz, by the way, is in the house. She's in another room. Liz is my girl, my best girl.
Okay, I'm gonna call it out too. I haven't been. Blame me on that. I haven't been monitoring the chat as much as I should. Because Jennifer said I could be the model on the app. Just a thought. Because I am super hot. Sure. A character model, or like, you know, like a LLM model. I don't know, like, so, or both. Like, lend us your voice, your likeness.
That's pretty funny.
Oh. She is saying about me being a they model. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. Liz is talking about Jennifer's idea. Okay. We'll discuss that at some point.
All right.
Cool. So let me
Alex,
hijack really quickly. could somebody who has the Twitch chat up
We do.
paste in the link to our Discord invitation?
That is a very smart move. I shall do that, sir, if you give me just a minute, or a second, whatever you, whatever unit of time we prefer.
Right.
A jiffy.
So our Discord server is brand new. We've been on it chatting amongst ourselves for a little while now. But we're basically launching awareness of that server here on this live stream. So join in and talk about conversations that are interesting. If you have issues, ask us. We'll be there to interact with.
Yeah, build community, get to know other users, share thoughts and ideas.
And I just had a fun little time because the copy and paste did not work, and I had to manually type.
Oh no!
When's the last time you
I
had to
hope-
do any of that?
I actually hope I typed it right because it's not actually like
Alright.
legible
We're gonna check.
alphabet.
Yes,
It worked. Yay! I can type.
it worked.
That's what
Oh,
I was
should
doing.
we-
That
should
was
we
the fun
go
thing.
into? Should we indeed, Mr. MC, go into like monetization strategies, or
Yes.
should we open up with a bit of time we have left to see if anybody in the chat has any questions we might be able to answer?
I'm open to, while we field for question in the chat, like you guys, I can have like all three of you go into monologues about like how, like, we talked about like where we are, like our own history, where we came from, why we do this, and now we can talk about like where the future lies, because that's
Right.
what history. Well, things are built. The future is built on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show of hand. Joe first. Then Joe is saying something already. Joe
I
first.
mean, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, sure, I'll go first. I think Alex's skills, especially in having an API to make these different characters extensible. Obviously, David's done a great job on the characters and the creation. Now we have to be able to spread that out to the world, and there are a lot of different potential use cases for these characters, whether it's in gaming, whether it's in movies, NPCs. There's just so many different applications, and we want to have the ability to provide that service to other companies. So first, obviously, we have to get in front of those companies. One, we have to have that ability to extend to whatever platforms that they use. And I think that's a potentially huge play for us and business model going forward if we're to turn SpookiAction from kind of an entertainment app, if you will, to a full platform that can be extended to a lot of different companies and businesses. Like right now, this is kind of the beginning. This is a business to consumer, I guess, replica of what we have, or aspect of what we have, but we also want to be able to extend it to businesses as well. And yeah,
Okay.
I think we need to do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
While we're on the topic, Alex, would you like to say any words about breaking the characters out of the box, out of the
Yeah.
app?
For sure. Yeah, we spoke with a lot of potential partners when we were showing at South by Southwest, and there are all kinds of different possibilities there. So what we're offering is the ability to take any of our characters that have been created for the app and build in some programmatic access so that our business partners that we will be partnering with as part of the company's development
Nice.
will be able to programmatically and remotely access any of these characters and use them for their own purposes. And we spoke with anyone from museums and historical tours to game development who are looking for custom characters to work as like NPCs in their games.
Nice.
And so the ability to just take these characters that David has really kind of amazingly crafted and extend them, make some custom characters, and then offer those like on a subscription basis to business partners. It's just really kind of exciting in terms of
and then really quick to add on to you, Alex.
overall.
Beyond that, it's also ed tech companies that are utilizing these characters. So obviously, there's time constraints everyone has. They don't have all the time to put these characters together the way David has. So ed tech companies are also a source of income potentially.
Cool.
Right. I see some things in the chat.
Yeah, before I let David continue, exactly, there are like good questions in the chat. Like I think especially the last one about like integration with Roblox and Fortnite. That's kind of like, you know, I'm not sure like exactly the partnership, but like it's a potential. Let's call that, right? So
My son would be so utterly thrilled to have these guys come to bear in Roblox. That would make his day. He's still waiting for us after we talked to someone at South by to create personalities for robots, and hopes that goes through, as do I. I want my own protocol droid. Who doesn't? And then there was and Liz is asking if there'll be voices. Yep, that's on the roadmap. We're anybody out there with money, talk to us. We're seeking additional funding in order to pursue that very thing. It's not as much of a technical challenge as it is a monetary one at this particular phase. And yeah, we want to really do it right, where instead of having any canned voices, we want to try to get as much authenticity of voice to the extent that we can, to the extent of how much we know about what a character might have sounded like.
And hiring voice actors.
And then I think I remember just a tidbit on this. Like the very first conversation I had with Alex at the South by Southwest booth is actually about like how Abraham Lincoln voice is actually a little bit high pitched and historically, and that's how we can simulate that. And then Alex told me like, oh, like that's something David would like always talk about.
Yeah. I mean, I think those things are important. Like, and I want people to be surprised and be like, this doesn't sound like Abraham Lincoln, and then learn that, like, as a matter of fact, it's closer than you think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Daniel Day-Lewis always does a great job, so maybe we can
Right.
hire him directly if we have the money.
And just give them some helium blooms and make it a day.
Yeah. And I am curious with the authenticity part. I think that's Miss Jenny Fuck was asking for.
All right, let's see. What in particular about the authenticity? I guess I can say that that the characters these aren't user created. I think that's an important distinction, and one of the things that separates us from some other character AIs that exist out there, not to name any names. They are what we do is that these are heavily researched and curated, and a lot of research and an awful lot of peripheral data and a whole bunch of behind the scenes technical woohoo goes on in order to flesh these characters out more, capture the soul of wit, if you will, and capture something more than the encyclopedic references. For instance, like, what is it that maybe motivated a character to be part of history from an emotional standpoint, in addition to right place, right time, right educational standpoint, and those characteristics? Instead, what are the underneath the character drives and personal aspects of their lives that might have pushed them to be inside of our rich history.
Great. Cool. And Miat is asking about like voice actors. Oh no, he's commenting voice actors are a thing of the past. It kind of is, but at the same time, we have our views on like where to use actors and like, you know, how to get the most authentic voice. That's again like going back to the authenticity part too. So.
Well, there's a poll right in the way of me reading. That's why I keep leaning over everybody. But if I'm reading it right, actually, you're right on the nose there. That the idea would be that voice actors would be we would train voices on the voice actor data to have quick sessions to capture the primary voice, train AIs on those voices, and utilize the AI from then on.
Yeah, that's basically that too. All right, just gonna say we are at the 6:58 Austin time mark, which is 7:58 East Coast time mark. How shall we kind of have a quick wrap up then? I mean, it's a good way to end on a Q&A, but like any shout outs we want to make at this point?
Mitch, good suggestion. We'll bear it in mind. If you wouldn't mind, so that it doesn't get lost, if if you could drop that recommendation in the feedback on the app, that would be beautiful.
Yeah, we capture the feedback in lots of different ways. Oh, you do it on Discord too.
Which
Oh, yeah.
But in the app,
yeah, I should point out
yeah,
right now.
yeah, go ahead and demo that.
Yeah, because you rang, I did ring.
For beta testers.
So on the top right, this is where you sign in and sign out, and right next to that, that's a butler icon where you can have general suggestions or like feature requests, which is like maybe a, well, I guess that's a.
And here's something that is notably missing that I'm going to be adding soon to the feedback. When it comes to anything where it's important for us to know which version number, then we're going to capture that. It's not quite captured right at this moment. So if anyone is discussing anything regarding like a bug or anything, please note the version, which is up at the top left in the side panel. When you supply feedback until such time as I automatically capture that, which will only be in the next couple days.
Yeah, that's the thing about building.
And Mitch,
go ahead.
you'll get a response in Discord, but it won't necessarily be a faster fix if it's in Discord. But you'll get like immediate human feedback.
All
If that makes
four,
you feel-
a shout out for that. Like all four of us are actually on Discord, so you can, well, if not bitch at us, but talk to us.
Yeah, and it needs saying again, Mitch, thank you for during all this time for how many times you jumped in and beta tested for me and provided feedback and offered documents of different bugs and recommendations. It's been incredibly valuable.
Awesome. See, that's a good way to do a shout out. With that said, we are at the 7 p.m. mark, 8 p.m. Eastern mark. I suppose it is time for us to say our say goodbye to like our we as hosts. And then what else? Actually, before that, like any parting words besides?
No parting words. Just bye. It was great. Let's do it again. I say we do it again. This was really fun, but next time let's get more people. And I can
Opportunity
help
to do
with
this on a live
that.
stream.
I can help with that.
Yeah, and we'll
nice.
probably be able to fly a little less by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This is the first time through. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. This has been really fun.
Right.
We look forward to the next one, which look out for in our emails and on the Discord channel for the next time that we run one of these.
Yeah, what David said, and it's actually been very fun for me too.
Yeah, man, you've been great. Appreciate you.
All right, cool. Hey,
Yeah.
all right. Take care, everyone. See you next time.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye.